What was your process for developing your musical hearing skills prior to using Use Your Ear?
I would try my best to figure out how to do something which was always not right, was always wrong.
Mm-hmm.
My method before this and my teacher, I didn't have a method.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. That's my best answer. I mean, I just figured, I can figure this out myself, which is the worst mistake anybody can make. Okay. Because half the stuff is not intuitive. It's counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff that you think is helping is killing you, and you're wasting time. Right? So, yeah. So I didn't have, my whole method was repetition, but repetition without knowing really what I was doing. So it didn't really count.
Okay. How did you hear about Use Your Ear?
I just got lucky. Man, I got lucky. I'm like, every day, I told you when I wake up, I do ear training. But right before I do ear training, and I still have my eyes closed, I just look at Facebook, I guess, or I mean, I'm 75. I don't do the internet like young people, but it came up, like your thing came up. Oh, Leonardo came up.
Yeah.
I mean, when he went, look, this is one of the things that really got me. Like, I didn't know how to sing I still don't know how to sing, but he went like this, just like that, as a tone. And it something clicked, because I was going, you know what I mean? I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't remember where I started answering you or what the question is.
The question is, how did you hear about Use Your Ear?
Right. So anyway,
in Facebook.
I heard that and I watched the video, man, and that was it. I said, this is so interesting, and it was so well done. It was so intellectual. It was so precise. It was so full of information. It was so unique, I've never studied before. Okay.
Okay. How long have you been following the Use Your course?
Since the day I bought it.
So
seriously, every day, since every single day.
An year? About an year?
A year. Let's say a year. I don't remember when I bought it.
Yeah, more or less a year.
Yeah, it's more than a year.
What was the most obvious advantage you felt the Use Your method offered compared to other methodologies?
Well, to be fair, the only other methodology I really worked with was with my teacher, and she was very good. Mm-hmm. But it was what I do with Meng, my piano teacher, is different than the goals here. This is really targeted.
Yeah.
Anyway, I forgot the question.
Yeah. What was the most obvious advantage you felt?
Well, the obvious advantage was, I don't know how else to say it, it works. The obvious advantage, here, let me rephrase this for you. This is for you. I'm a good student, so I always work. But sometimes I can work at stuff that doesn't give me the same kind of results. So this and I get feedback because in my interval work with my teacher, which was in the beginning just identifying and copying a sound, so I could build musical imagery. I had nothing. I mean, I couldn't even tell you which pitch was going up and which pitch was going down sometimes, right? It works. It worked with work. The advantage is, for me, I got results, man, with work. I mean, just you telling me today, it's okay. It's decent, I mean, it's a lot of work, but you're not like shaking your head and go, okay, sign up for private lessons. Maybe I can help you. So that's it. I mean it. The advantage, you guys did such a good job. It's so in-depth, those lessons. The detail is just enormous. There's so much in there, and it seems to be correct. It makes sense. The idea that you feel the scale degree versus trying to remember a sound, the sensations, is something that's very difficult, I think, to teach. Because unless you hear but by the way, as you know better than me, unless you hear something, it's just words. All you're doing is describing. Like if you ask my brother what a minor third is, he'll go, oh, 3 half steps. You can't talk about sensations unless you can, hear a sound and recognize it, put it in a category. I think so. Hopefully, there's an answer somewhere in there.
Yeah. Of course. Don't worry about that.
I overthink everything too. But
yeah. Don't worry.
But I work so hard that it rubs off. Man.
By following this course, have you noticed any improvement in your musical hearing skills? If so, what?
Yeah, I mean that's an understatement. Okay, I didn't even know what a sensation was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what a color was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't have an idea of what it even meant. I had no idea of tonality, of a musical environment.
Mm-hmm.
None, zero. I had no idea that any note, intellectually I understood that any note can be do, because I use movable do solfege, right? I had no idea that can be any degree of the scale.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So now,
anything, depending on the where it's in the environment.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, these are huge, tremendous things that if you don't have an understanding, I'm not telling you anything I'm just repeating what you taught me. Anyway, if you don't have an understanding of what we just talked about now, forget it. Good night. See ya. Unless you're born with it, don't even know what you're doing, and you just happen to be able to stay in key, and recognize the tonic without even knowing you're recognizing the tonic. Yeah. Like I worked with this one bass player who was a very good friend of mine. He had perfect pitch. The son of a bitch didn't even know he had perfect pitch. I'm not kidding. We were a rhythm section. We used to go into rehearsals with bands. The kid, he'd never even played, never asked a question, right? I knew what perfect pitch was. Anyway, I told you, man, I go off on it.
Do you think the way of thinking we suggest is more easily applicable to real music than the thought process required by the previous methodology or other methodology?
I hear your question. Yes. I mean, yes, emphatically yes. Yes, definitely yes. I mean, my problem is I didn't even know what I didn't have a methodology. But I did know just on instinct that learning, do, isn't going to help me.
Yeah.
What was that, man?
Yeah.
That's not going to help at all. Now when I'm listening I'm always listening, but now I'm really listening to like advertisements on TV, you know what I mean? I get now I can really hear the music, how dumb it is sometimes, or how it, anyway, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just hear that interval, and I'll just know what it is within a bunch of notes because of what I'm doing here, not because I studied intervals.
Yeah, that's great. That's the best.
Because I hear that scale degree. Bang! It's not that I heard this. I get the sensation of, that's the 6th degree of the scale, man. Yeah. Because it's la ti do.
Yeah, that's great. The last, what has most impressed you about the methodology we suggest? Maybe you have already replied to this question, but if you want to add.
I don't want to sound strange or weird. I mean, everything. It is. I don't have anything to compare it to. I mean, my teacher is great. Again, we're only doing targeted stuff, which really helps. Yep. But without what I'm doing with you, okay, forget it. I was making progress a little bit at a time before I met you, the course. It's impressed me intellectually, artistically, practically, you know what I mean? In other words, does it flipping work? Is it helping me? I'm not kidding. Matteo, I am not kidding.
Yeah, last question. Do you plan to continue following this method in the future?
Oh, as a matter of fact, yeah. What I want to do is I want to do everything we just talked about.
Yeah.
And in a couple of months, okay. So ask me why I didn't sign up for a private lesson before.
Why?
Okay, I'll tell.
Why?
Because of PayPal. Now, I finally figured out how to change my password on PayPal. But let me tell you, wait a minute, it took money. Now, I saw this ad. You sent me an email, like you send everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a year. I did interview, you know. I jumped at it. Anyway, so I want to, in a few months, I'm going to, how do I schedule another a review lesson with you? Do I just go to the, how do I do it?
You can book a lesson on the page. There is on the website. There is a page, book a lesson. So
okay, fine. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
So in a couple of months, you know what I mean. We'll get together. I'll buy an hour.
Yeah. Or if you can find the page, you can write an email, or write a comment wherever in the course.
Well, I'd want to just go over.
Yeah. Of course.
And because I want to move on from where I am, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, and I knew this was going to be very beneficial. If you see Leonardo, please tell him what a great job that guy does. I mean it. He's like, and he's so well spoken. He went to Berkeley. I'm betting on it.
No, but yeah, he speaks very well.
You know what, Matteo? It was a wonderful meeting you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a pleasure for me to speak to you. I wanted to say something. I don't remember. Okay. If you have questions, any question, whatever you want, you can write an email. Also to me personally with the email you received for the meeting. So matteo@usureer.com, or you can write a comment in the comment section of the video lessons. If you have something that you cannot understand, or do you want, I don't know, everything you want,
I get it. Yeah.
You can write, and I will reply to you.
I believe it. So I know you will. But what I will do, you'll hear from me in a couple, like 8 weeks or something like that.
Whenever you want.
Oh yeah, your last question was, do I intend to continue?
Yeah.
What, are you kidding me? You're kidding, right? Have a good day. I will see you in a couple of months, all right?
Yeah,
great.
That's perfect.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Leonardo, man.
Yeah, of course.
What a great job, man. What a great job.
Thank you very much, and see you soon.